Hey tubers, me again. Hey, just another day, but incorporated into the day is going to be, I got 26 chains to sharpen. So this happens, I don't know, probably once a month, regular basis for this guy. And we got 3 different sizes. We got like one that comes off a big giant Dolmar Makita. We got one that comes off a couple of steels, and then some pole saws. So basically what I want to show you, like when I go to sharpen, this is what we're looking for. Is like, do you see that nice little C in there? Like when it's all done and it's sharpened up and stuff, you want to make sure that you have that nice C in there. And then also, I don't know if I'll be able to get this in the picture, but you also want to take and check your the raker gauges or the depth gauges. Now usually you can just take and put something across the top of them and then see what that gap is gonna be right down. Let's see if I can slide it back into the picture. Right down in here, right there. See like where I'm touching that right there. The bigger that gap is, the bigger the chips that it's gonna take and throw down on the ground for you when you're hauling through. You got to remember though that some saws don't have the power, to take in and to have a big gap on that. So it's like whatever the manufacturer for the chain will tell you is, that you can get the little gauge that lays across flat on there, and then whatever is sticking up will get flat filed off, and then that sets the depth for the cleaners. Another thing is, like if you're running a loose chain, you know what, before I get into that, I want to show you like what a chain looks like that's not been sharpened correctly. Here we go. See this right up here? See how straight up and down it is? That's not right. The angle hasn't been set right on to go and to sharpen this chain. And then obviously the more that the side cut sticks out, the better that gullet or that little cutout will be. So let me show you again with the good one. I can't move the camera, guys, because I'll lose the focus on it. So here it is. Here it is again. It's got a fairly decent little C right in there for cutting, and then out here on the side. So all that wants to be sharpened. You got to use the right size file if you're doing it by hand, or make sure that your wheel is still sharp. Here's another little thing. If you're going to sharpen by hand, see right there, just the way that the light is hitting it. You see that little mark right there? Let me see. Get it just right for you. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm trying to get it. There's a line that goes across there. There it is. You can see it right there. That's for when you're using one of these, and it tells you what the angle will be. Now let me try to take and zoom out. Okay. So if you're gonna sharpen this, and pretend it's on the bar. See how this line right here across there is going right straight in line with the chain? That's going to be a 35 degree. See how it says right there it's 35 degrees on that line? And then there's another mark for it, like when you're sharpening the other way. So now you're going to come up here and you'll see that the line is off, because this is supposed to be 25. So now you would actually take and sharpen at this angle. Even farther up, you can see that's a 30 degree, it's off, so you would hold it at that angle. The cool thing about these is that it pretty much sets how deep that you're going to go and sharpen the tooth. You don't, if you're doing it freehand, you don't want to take and pull up on it thinking that you're going to sharpen that tooth and be, the greatest you know, God's gift to chainsaw sharpening, because you won't end up with that nice little C in there. You're going to end up with something looking really flat like this, and you don't want that. So yeah, and if you're using one of those little sharpeners like I've got from what do you call it, Harbor Freight, and you say like, well geez, like there's a ton of wheel left on this thing, you got to check that first cutting edge when it's going in, because it doesn't matter if you're going on the left side or the right side, it's still cutting from the same side of the wheel. If the wheel gets too asymmetrical, it's no longer gonna take and put that nice C in there, and you're gonna end up with flat sharpening jobs like this. And what happens is, when they don't want to cut, they go in there, it grabs the wood right here, and if the chain is loose enough, it'll actually take and lift that raker right up in front of it, and it won't cut. You think it's because it's not so sharp, but it is. It's a twofold process. It's like the resistance of the wood is pulling this up, and that raker is getting in the way. So that's why it's all important. Everything's got to work together in concert for this stuff to just go hauling through wood. So I don't know if I just threw more mud on it, or if that helped you to understand it. So yeah, chains were important. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done. I'm out. Leave a comment. Maybe I can clarify it again on another video. I don't know. I'm out.